So I got on the blower and I rang Tim and I said, "Tim, old chap, can you get me the M18 brad nailer?" "Why, certainly, Mr. Tools. I have it in stock right now," was his reply. "Would you like me to put it aside for you?" "That'd be spiffing, young Tim," I said. "I'll be in tomorrow morning to collect the goods." "That'll be fantastic, Mr. Tools," he said. Come the morrow, I popped down to see young Tim, and young Tim presented me with the M18 brad nailer. I then proceeded to take it home after thanking young Tim. Once I got home, it of course got forgotten about for a day or two, until I decided, now's the time to make a video about an M18 brad nailer. So I came down to the workshop. I opened up the box. I pulled out said brad nailer. I got all excited. I felt the brad nailer, I looked it over, I opened the magazine, and I thought, something's amiss. This doesn't look like a brad nailer. I then perused the box in which the brad nailer came in, only to find I had been given an 18 gauge narrow crown stapler. So I once again got on the blower to young Tim and I said, "Tim, my friend, what the fuck? I thought you were giving me the brad nailer, not the narrow crown stapler," even though I was going to do a review on that as well. His reply was, "Oh shit, I thought you knew it was the stapler. The brad nailer hasn't come out here yet. But Mr. Tools, don't worry, because this tool will also fire brad nails." And I was like, "What?" And he was like, "Yeah, I'm pretty sure it does. Give it a whirl." And that is why we're here today. So, let's take a look if this crown stapler, which I don't have any staples for because I was expecting it to be a brad nailer, can fire brad nails okay. Now if you are familiar with brad nailers, you'll know that the magazine looks kind of like this and operates like so. You lay the nails in here, like that, shut her up. This tool, you'll notice, quite different. There is nowhere to lay the nails because it's designed to shove staples into. But can we take a strip of 18 gauge brad nails, these are 32mm, and put them inside this tool? There's kind of a groove in the front here, a narrow groove, which they sort of slide into. As you can see, it sort of holds them in the middle. You then shut it up. Well, there's the first step. They are in there. Is it going to fire okay? Better find a battery. Battery on. Tool on. 32mm nails loaded. I have 36mm of timber here. Hopefully it doesn't punch too deep. Does it work? Yay! But as you can see, it has left a very large hole. You can see the striker is very wide on this tool. That's because it's designed for firing staples, of course. But it has fired 2 brad nails in there perfectly well. But we need to back that off, see if we can get it looking a little bit prettier. So we'll just dial it back a bit. Try there. A little bit more. So once you've got the tool set up right, you can fire them flush without leaving any horrible marks. So that's good. You can do it. As you can see, it did perfectly well. It is firing those nails good and proper. They're not all that even. And I had already filmed this, if it sounds like I've already done it again, because, yeah, I thought I'd filmed it anyway. But I forgot to push record. And so if you see on this first one here it was a little all over the place. Some couple of nails bent over and different. This was all set on the one striker depth, but in a few places it is a bit deep and others, yeah, not quite set. But I'm not doing it accurately, I'm doing it fast. And of course this tool wasn't designed for this task. But you can use an 18 gauge narrow stapler from Milwaukee to fire 18 gauge brad nails. It is possible. I'll now fire some shorter ones just to see how that goes. Just to prove the point. I now have some 16mm brad nails, or what's that, 5/8 of an inch. Bit harder to get them in there, right? Because as you can see they drop right inside. But let's see how well they fire, or whether this is not going to work. Ooh. Ooh. Well, as you can see, a little bit hit and miss there. We've got two completely bent over, one sticking up proud, and a few that are well and truly sunk. If you're after a brad nailer, buy a brad nailer. Don't buy the stapler. The stapler will get you out of a pickle as long as you're not doing something, you know, finishing work. If you're just trying to tack a jig together or something, then as a brad nailer this will do the job. Remember, it only goes up to 38mm though, not 50 like some other brad nailers. So yeah, thought that was something you guys just might be interested in. So Tim, I will come and get a brad nailer soon, but until such time I'm going to have to now get some staples to test this because I haven't got any staples, but I'll order some of them and I'll see you on a full review for this tool real soon. Probably over on the other channel, of course. If there's anything else you want tested with any of the tools you know that I've got that you've seen in all the other tests and stuff, leave a comment down below and maybe I'll do it. Cheers. Yeah, not so good on the shorter nails or at high speed. Not as good on the bump fire.